Well, hi there.
Hi!
This is the Lenny and Steve Show.
Back again. We're doing a Stun Stevie episode. Stevie has no idea what I'm going to talk about.
Not that again.
But it's near and dear to my heart because we were talking earlier about old music versus new music. And if I mention the name of three young lads who were very popular back when my girls were young, Hanson. I wrote it down because I noticed that these guys really enjoyed playing music, but they somehow got caught up in the major label thing, I'm sure, because they got skirted away, just like the Beatles did back when they were 19. You know, they got hooked up with major label with Brian Epstein and everything. Of course, they were a success. So was the Hanson boys. But, you know, it was just a 2-year gig, and they did really well at it. Their most popular song was m-bop, ba-ba-da-ba. It was a pop song.
My kids love that song.
Kids loved it, and they were buying
they
merchandise. They were buying the merch. Anything merch nowadays. They were buying their merch. They were buying their music, and those kids were having fun.
And they played their own music.
And they were playing, well, they had backup musicians with them, but for some reason I really liked those guys because of what happened to me with the Beatles. Because that same thing happened to me when I was 13 years old. I was captivated by the Beatles. My daughter, Sarah, was captivated by Hanson. Wanted me to take them to their house in Oklahoma. They went to their concert, you know, and...
Did you take them?
Carol did.
Seriously?
Carol took them there, and Beth hadn't. She was younger. She didn't really care about Hanson, other than her sister Sarah was really into it. So Sarah was in there waiting on this concert to start, and Carol was out smoking a cigarette out in the parking garage with Beth. and here comes the three Hanson boys walking right by them, you know. Sarah would have died, you know. It'd be like the Beatles walking by. It'd be the same exact thing. And I got caught up in the excitement with her. And I love these guys. And I've been following these guys. And they're still around. They still play music together.
Yeah, I watched a video with them the other day.
They're not great anymore, but they love music, and they have this song called "Write You a Song," and it's a wonderful song, and I love it. And they've got family now, and it's major label will get you, but you don't have to quit making music.
That's right. That's right. That's good.
I mean, what would the Beatles be without major label? Probably nowhere without Brian, I'm thinking.
Yeah, Brian Epstein.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you can't go anywhere without Brian.
So you have to have that catalyst, and then hopefully you can make it past the major label dropping you, which is going to happen. So I wanted to bring up the excitement of when you first love your band. And mine was the Beatles. Elvis, actually, because my mom loved Elvis, and she took me to the movies, but actually it was the Beatles.
I was a big Monkees fan.
Oh, yeah.
That show came out, and I just love the Monkees.
And that was put together. It was
put together band, yeah. They were what? Didn't the Wrecking Crew do their music too?
I think Boyce and Hart wrote their music, but you know,
right.
They were great.
I think the Wrecking Crew played most of the instruments on their stuff, though.
And then they did make an attempt to break contract and go out on their own. Flopped.
Yeah, when they tried to play their own instruments. The only one that really could play was Michael Nesmith, which was, you know, the one that always wore the hat. Another thing a lot of people don't know about Michael Nesmith is that his mother was one of the ones that developed Whiteout. And he was already a very wealthy guy.
Was he the drummer or was he the guitar player?
He was a guitar player.
Was he from Echo in the Canyon?
He was from Texas. He was the one from Texas.
Okay.
And his
I thought he got the gig from Echo in the Canyon, some good Stephen Stills or somebody was friends with him.
Oh, yeah. Well, Peter Tork and Stephen Stills, I think, were roommates.
Right. Okay, that's what it was.
They were roommates in not Echo Park.
Echo in the Canyon was what they called it. The Canyon.
But
where all the musicians hung out.
Right. Yeah. So. And it's where Joni Mitchell and Graham Nash and all them lived at. So
I just wanted to bring up our first band love, and to see that they're still around. I love that. Bye.
Goodbye.